Last week on Knights of the Roll Table, Bartleby reveals his role in building the Kol Satori constructs and tells of Kishara's sinister plan to destroy the Council. Kishara's constructs assault members of the Crystal Council and fell Liberty Cornwhistle. The Knights arrive in time to save Nazir, and an unconscious Jabin narrowly escapes in the arms of Coach. Coach, seeking help to restore Jabin, is discovered by the ever-dubious Remara.
Remara, so Jabin, there's these creatures that are flying around, the big armored. They're crazy. They're tearing up the castle. They're killing members of the council. They took out Jabin. I managed to bring him back, but he's in dire straits. Do you have any kind of like healing potions or anything we can give him?
How did you get into this situation?
We were down underneath. Doesn't really matter. We need to save Jabin right now.
Look, I'm not made to save people. I'm made to destroy people. I don't know if I could be helpful in this situation.
Do you know like a doctor or somebody around who
I know a doctor? Look, I'm not from here, man.
I will say you do even though you're not from here, but you did some freelance work with your adventuring party, and there was a shop that Callum and Massimo like to frequent for healing potions, and it was about 2 blocks away.
Well, there is this shop that I used to frequent.
I knew that you would know something around here.
It's called the Full Bottle.
Where is it? Which direction?
It's 2 blocks north and 1 block east.
All right, I'm gonna carry Jabin, but you have to have our backs. These things are flying around. They might be onto us.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
All right, Coach is going to pick up Jabin and fly up and fly over the buildings.
All right.
So, all right, hang on there, little buddy.
I'm gonna follow him, but walking backwards, looking back behind us.
Full alert. Mm-hmm. Okay. Both of you make a perception check.
Remind me again which one it is.
I have a 12.
13.
You both hear a good amount of commotion, and it's kind of coming from the palace. Coach probably thinks it's, a little bit of repercussions from what he just noticed, but Remara, you do hear some kind of like, it's very faint, but your perception's pretty good. You have kind of like extra sensory perception, so you do kind of notice like something's happening in that direction.
Hey, Coach, just be aware. We got some heavy stuff coming.
What? Huh?
I'll be aware for you. Don't worry.
All right, I'm looking for the shop. Do I see it anywhere?
You see a couple of different shop signs.
Full potion.
And you do see a cutout wood flask with a blue interior of some sort of a liquid, and it has a script that looks pretty much like a potion shop would probably look, over to your right.
So I'm flying down, I'm going to land, and I'm just going to like bang on the door because I know it's really late.
Mm-hmm. It's very late.
But I'm... Hello?
The interior is black.
We need your help.
After a couple of moments, Remara catches up with you at walking speed, but she is right there. And still dark.
Did you get it yet?
They're not here. I'm just gonna bust the door down.
Wait. I'm gonna turn on telepathic contact and sense whoever might be inside. Healers, are you there? Joseph? Toby?
What is that? Something's in my mind.
Wake up. Wake up right now. We're outside your door.
All right. Who is
You owe me one from before. Get up.
Okay, all right, please.
It's Remara.
And you see a light from the inside turn on, and a couple minutes later, a elder half-elf kind of comes down and opens the door. He says,
There you are.
It's you. I remember you from a few years ago, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, what's wrong with this gentleman here?
I'm bursting through the door. This is
excuse
one of
me,
the members
sir.
of the
We're
council. This is
closed.
Jabin. He was
Oh.
just newly elected. He's dying. We need to get him. Do you have any healing potions or anything? I'll pay you whatever you want.
Of course.
And he goes over to the shelf and picks out a couple of potions with red kind of flowing liquid inside and takes over and he says,
Here, give him 2 of these.
All right, I do it.
so you pop the potion open and feed the potion inside of his mouth. Jabin, after a moment, some color comes back to his face. What was that? Oh, hello, Coach.
Hey, Jabin.
what-
It's good to see you awake again, buddy.
Where's Lee? Where's my husband?
Oh, Saeleas?
Did I see? Did he have any hair on his face?
No, he was as bald as a shaved weasel. I don't know what that is.
What have you been up to?
So you were ambushed, clearly. Do you remember?
Excuse me, what is going on? You're in my shop.
The castle is under attack.
Okay, I have to tell my friend about this.
And he goes upstairs.
Whatever. Okay, Jabin, where's this? Do you know a safe place in the city that we can take you?
I'm not from here. I don't know very many people. I mean, I just know where you guys were staying, and I know the palace.
Remara, do you know anywhere to go that we could keep Jabin safe? They're hunting after members of the council.
There's a B&B up the street. Yeah, it's a bed and belligerents.
Yes.
It's a little bit of a rough place, but yeah, we could still there.
It's like the Corvette diner of inns.
All right, so we're gonna head over, I suppose.
All right. The guy comes down, the half elf comes down, he says,
Oh, yes, well, listen, don't worry about the potions. They're on the house. Any member of the Crystal Council is always welcome here. Thank you for coming in. Is he all right?
I think so. I think he's fine. Jabin, are you okay? You okay, buddy?
yes, I'm fine. Well, no, I'm not fine. Where is my husband?
He's back at the castle, I think.
Well, shouldn't you go back?
What do you guys call it? You call it a castle?
A palace.
Oh, it's a palace. Yeah, back at the palace.
It's a royal palace.
Oh, he's still fighting stuff over there. He just told me to. I told him to leave, and then I grabbed you, and then I flew out the
Well,
window.
I've got to go back to him.
No, we're not going back there. You do not want. They're after you. If you go back,
Excuse me, Mr. Short Shorts. You're not telling me what to do. If I want to go see my husband, I will.
Now, first of all, don't objectify me, okay? Secondly, if you go back there, you're going to be putting him in more danger.
And what do you suppose I do in the meantime?
Hang out, hang low. Like not like my shorts.
Well, any suggestions where I should be? Where I should hang out?
I guess there's a bed and belligerent. What did you call it, Remara?
Yes, bed and belligerents. That's what I called it.
You're going there, and you're going to stay quiet about everything. Do you have like a cloak or something we could wrap him in?
I suppose my winter cloak. I mean, it's a bit, warm outside.
That's
but
fine.
All right, here it is.
He
Wrap
gives
it
you
on him.
this black cloak and Jabin puts it on. He says, I really don't think this is necessary, but all right, if you think so. I mean,
You were dead, Jabin. You were already dead. I brought you back from the brink of death.
eyes goes a little bit wide and all right, well, maybe a wee pint wouldn't be the worst thing in the world right now. Lead the way.
Let's go.
We cut back to the palace. The three of you, Saeleas, Jerik, and Sarsa, as well as the doppelganger who looks like Kishara Fenro, are making your way into the foyer where you saw one of the Kolsatori constructs flying away after brutally cutting down Liberty Cornwhistle. So you guys make your way in here. I need the three of you to make a perception check, please.
All right, let's do it. 18.
4.
14.
Okay. Jerik is very distracted by the ivory construction of the side walls, but Saeleas and Sarsa, you hear kind of faintly, but coming in the direction of where the center of the palace would be, you hear some.
Wow.
Look at the craftsmanship in here. This is incredible.
Jerik, this ain't the time. I'm hearing noises towards the center of the palace. We need to go before they hurt more people.
Yes, we should go immediately.
All right, sure.
This is coming from the Great Hall. It's like a big, from Harry Potter, like the big dining room. It's in the center of the palace, and you've seen it before while walking in. So you make your way towards that, and as you get towards one of the doors from the wing that you're in and gets in there, the fighting sounds and these kind of noises get louder and louder, and you kind of peek your way in. You all three come into the doorway, which is a pretty wide door. You see absolute chaos. There are at least 15 Kolsatori constructs fighting royal guards in ivory and dark purple, and they are cutting them down like wheat. And tables are flying, throwing them out windows, throwing them against the wall. They are taking pretty heavy damage, and it's general chaos. You also see in the back of the hall, there are 2 staircases that rise up into a second and then a third floor, kind of looping together and then looping back. The walls of which are adorned with tapestries and portraits, swords, shields, war hammers, helms. At the top of the balcony, there are several figures standing together. They're about 300 feet away from you at this point. It's a huge hall. So you see, even though it's that far, you do see Queen Mora. She's kind of hard to miss. She's very, as an Asimar, she's very distinct. You see the short form of Callum, the dwarf monk. You see Nuzir, who is not moving, and you see Bartleby, each held with a Kolsatori construct behind them. Callum and Nuzir have their heads down and are not moving. You also see Kishara in front of all of them, and she's looking right at you.
Should we just leave?
No, we can't leave.
I think it's a little late
She
for that.
sees you
Hey!
and raises
Hi.
her hand, and as she raises her hand, all of the constructs stop, and they kind of stand at attention. The guards that are left are groaning. There's no guard left standing. There's a couple of them that have just run away. They're all kind of like,
Oh, my spleen. Oh, my leg. Oh, someone call a medic.
but they're kind of just rolling around on the ground. Kishara holds up her hand and closes her fist, and they all kind of turn at attention in several rows towards you, armed with their swords, battle ready.
The charm wore off.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Okay.
Defensive formation, and they all go,
Kishara, this ain't a good look on ya.
You should be proud of yourselves. You have done well. You found 2 of the legendary curios of Voop de Doo. Thought lost for generations. That's quite an accomplishment. And it came at a great time of change in our realm. Jerik, I was hoping to avoid all of this. If you had only brought me the curios like I asked.
Well, clearly you're not a very good strategist, because usually I don't do what I'm supposed to do.
Well, you are very weak of mind. I thought it would have been possible. After all, you've proven yourself several times over.
Uh-huh.
I have a proposition for you. I need you and your group to go on a mission for me.
Why would we do anything for you?
I feel like there's a breach of contract involved in that.
Let me explain. You see, when we sent you to the forest, I didn't think you would be coming back. But when you did, and with a legendary mace of switching, I knew you'd found one of the curios, and the others must be out there. And now you have 2, which means the third one is out there, and I think you probably know where it is. I want you to get it and bring it back for me. Listen, I don't want to kill anyone.
A little late for that.
I'm just trying to do what's best for this land, for the realm. As I've told Jerik, nature will take its place over technology. But instead of shunning the machinery, I'm embracing the technology. I had Bartleby make this construct army to destroy the Crystal Council, to allow me to control the kingdom. Then I'll sell these constructs to other realms that will need a premium security force. This realm will prosper, and we will let nature breathe again. Not everyone will see the right way of doing things, but I do. And I'm not the only one.
You're not breaking the mold on basic bad guy stuff. I want you to know that. Just like everybody else is wrong except for me, that's just like typical, like regular evil.
Do you think that all of the things that we have been doing to this land, carving into the rock, reaping the trees,
nature is demanding a sacrifice.
And why exactly was my husband someone that needed to be sacrificed? He's new to the Crystal Council. Exactly what did he do that offended you so badly?
Anyone on the council would stand in my way.
And that was his fault, was it?
Of course not, my dear Saeleas. But because he was chosen, he became a target. And I need the rest of the Crystal Council gone. Sometimes you have to destroy the walls in order to let the roots grow.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm actually picking up what you're throwing down here. I mean, I've seen the way that things are working here. It doesn't really seem like some sustainable practices, and it's nice to see a woman coming up on her own.
Well, I appreciate that. So if you choose to help me, then I will let you have a few days to get this curio, and I'll also let these people live, and yourselves. If not, none of you will be leaving this hall alive. And you can see I can back that up.
Why do people keep trying to make that deal with us? I'm really tired of the deal of like.
I will
do this
need
thing
people
or
that are
actually-
heroes and hard workers of the realm to help usher in a new age of nature. Heroes like yourselves will be great under my regime.
Where's our doppelganger
You know-
friend right now?
He's behind you.
All right, so Lisa's gonna turn around and be like, "Doppelganger, go see if you can control them."
No, just stay back.
It doesn't work when she's right there.
How do you know?
Well, so Kishara, the real Kishara, sees fake Kishara and says, I see you found my pet.
It's person, not pet.
Well, it's a thing. It doesn't matter anyway.
You're not talking like the endowed savior of nature when you're calling people things. Okay, so your little theory about apparently nature has chosen me and only me to be the ruler of everything. I don't know. I got a doubt.
Clearly you need more motivation. And she kind of turns back and raises her hand, and then one of the Culsatories that's holding Nuzir kind of pulls the sword closer to his neck.
No.
You don't need to go killing anybody else. You've made your bloody point here.
Then do my mission.
Do we have any kind of agreement that you're going to leave these people be? There's no need to shed any more blood today.
Of course. I will not harm them at all, including the Queen, including all of these people. I will leave them
Prove it.
alive.
I'm gonna approach and say, let me come approach you, and we'll talk like civilized people. I'm listening to what you're saying, but I need to know that I can trust you.
We'll stay here.
I don't think I can allow that, my dear Sarsa, for the reasons I'm sure you're quite aware of.
Lying.
But I do trust you. I know that you'll do the right thing because you don't want blood on your hands.
And why is giving a murderer 3 of the most powerful ancient artifacts ever the right thing?
For nature, blah, blah, blah. All right, look.
No, it's not for nature.
Yeah.
That's personal.
Oh, do tell. How so? You got a thing for Voop to do, or what's going on?
I don't have to tell you everything.
You dropped a little teaser about oh, that's personal. We're all friends here. We work for you now, so we can't know. Come on, what's the dish?
Make
Drop the
a
tea.
persuasion check.
That's a crit.
Oh.
So 27 altogether on that persuasion check.
27.
Tell me the deets, girl. Come on. Come on, spill.
Spill the
That
tea.
sweet Jerik smolder.
She says, a century ago, my people were forced to leave. These curios were artifacts that were used to defeat the army of the Yuan Ti, as well as myself. And I have come back for revenge against this land.
Is she a lizard person?
How
Snake people, that is rude, Sarsa.
old are
okay?
you exactly?
Don't even. They're totally different.
And then you see even though you're far away, you can see there's a slight crack in her demeanor. And she says, it's not your business.
All right. Okay, well, this
answered
seems
that question, then.
this seems fair.
Just
Listen, I ain't
go.
got nothing against lizards.
Anyway, so
I will let you live, and I will let these people live because I want to embrace the new world and I want nature to allow itself to breathe. I don't want any more killing any more than you do.
Okay, well, compelling. But also, there's the fact that we are not very good at accomplishing missions. So is
But
there
you
anything...
are. You have completed. You have found 2 of these curios.
Still, if there was any help you could give us on this with your, like, super army here and your magic powers, like,
Well-
maybe we could better serve you.
I can give you a ship because I noticed that you slightly rammed your other one into the garden terrace.
We did apologize.
I don't
to
know
the
what that
terrorists.
was
The
about.
situation necessitated an emergency landing. I don't think you can be judging us right now.
All right. Well, you can have my personal ship. It's on Docking Bay 3. I think you'll find it more than adequate, Sarsa. As well as Bartleby.
Hi. Can you lower this blade from my neck? I feel like their blades are a little bit on the same level, but I'm a shorter person. I'm a gnome, so I feel like it's kind of sharp. Excuse me, Mr. Guy. Dun, dun, dun.
And she kind of puts her hand down and okay. Bartleby, can you give them anything to assist them on their journey? Well, I have stuff in my workshop, not in your workshop. Can you just give them anything that you have on you? I don't have a whole lot. I was just in the forge down in the mines, and I only have the things that are on me. I do have a few things that maybe could help, I guess. Sure.
Metal bird, metal bird, metal bird.
So Bartleby, she kind of allows him to walk through the constructs towards you, and he's kind of like looking at all of them, and he approaches. I'm real sorry about this, you guys. I didn't mean for any of this to happen. It was really just to protect my land and
You remember
get to
this-
it, Bartleby.
Bartleby, you remember this moment right now, okay? Because when the time comes, you will only have one chance to make this right. Do you understand?
I understand, and trust me, I'll try to make up for it. So he actually gives you, Sarsa, the other sending stone.
Okay.
Jerik, he gives you antitoxin, a vial of antitoxin. He says this will help if you get bit by anything that's poison, and it's going to help with some speedy recovery. It's just what I have.
Can it help him against getting charmed? Because he apparently has a bit of a problem with
move
that.
on.
I don't.
From that,
Well,
okay.
I would have been able to make that, but I don't have the time to make that right now. Let's see. I don't have that. That wouldn't really help. Oh, here's something. Saeleas, here's something you can have. And he hands you a metal tube.
Oh, a tube.
And you can mark down that you have the chime of opening.
Chime of opening. Got it.
Jerik, he is going to hand you this small, it's like this kind of, it almost looks like a ball of rubber bands kind of nested together. And he's like, this will be good in case if you ever need any kind of a trap or a support or something to catch you if you're falling. If you throw it down and say open, it'll open into a net. It's a big net,
right.
and it'll just attach to everything kind of that's around you.
All right, well, thanks. Listen,
That's all I got. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Listen, things might get rough here while we're gone, so just do what you can to protect the queen and the council and yourself, all right?
Okay. I'll do my best. I don't want to let anything happen to the queen.
All right, listen.
And he kind of walks back.
You're not going to do any killing until we're back, right?
I give you my word.
Or maiming.
Or maiming, of course. But I give you 5 days. And if you're not back within those 5 days, then I will have to start making sacrifices for motivation. And I will label you all as enemies of the state. So anyone in the realm that sees you, you will have a bounty on your heads.
Fine, good times. This is
Quick
going to work out
question.
great.
Was Cole with that grouping?
Nope.
Okay. Game on.
All right. Well, I believe you have a mission to complete.
Fine, Doc's
Oh.
this way then?
You are missing one of your team. What do I call you again?
Saeleas' friends.
Oh,
No. We're wayfinders.
The Wayfinders.
That was the name of our tavern when we had one, which is now in shambles thanks to you.
I didn't start the fire.
Well,
I
but it
believe
was
that
always
was
burning.
Saeleas.
It was always burning
Yeah.
since the world was.
Okay. Well, so 5 days, come back, and Sarsa, leave the bracelet.
I don't want to.
We might need it in order to defeat.
It really brings out my eyes.
You'll have the other one, which I'm sure because the dwarf is not here, so you'll have that one if you need it.
You don't think it might be necessary to have 2 of the artifacts to get the third? This is probably the most difficult place to get to.
Well, if you can make a good argument why you would need it, then maybe you can keep it with you.
I think our best chance of returning alive with the third artifact is to have as much powerful artifacts on our side as possible going into the battle.
And you've said yourself that no one's been able to retrieve them before. Maybe it's because they needed them.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Here we go. Oh, those suck. But my persuasion is 7, so that's going to be a 13.
She just shakes her head, and then 2 of the constructs kind of walk towards you.
Sarsa's gonna whip off the bracelet and she slams it down on the floor and says, "Fine. It looks tacky anyways."
And then both constructs kind of go down to get it, and they kind of bang head. She just kind of like smacks her face, and
all right, I'm tired of this conversation.
Like, oh, they shouldn't
Let's
have
go.
done that. They have sensory awareness, proximity. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. Well, good luck on your mission. We'll see you soon.
Sarsa's gonna walk out and wave her middle finger as she leaves the room.
There she is. All right. So you guys walk out. Hello, Knights of the Roll Table. This is Chris Daly, your Dungeon Master for Season 2 of the podcast. We don't do any advertising for the show, and we are relying on your help to get the word out. If you like what we're doing, if you want to support us, please consider taking a minute to leave a rating and review on whatever podcast service you are listening to the show on right now. We will read the comments on the announcements and give you a personal thanks, like this one from Apple Podcasts, Edward Smurfington. Wait, that's a name? Okay. Edward Smurfington writes, "A podcast deserving more than 5 stars. The storytelling, combined with creative monsters and impressive character interaction, is sure to fulfill every desire you have in the game. From the perfect improv to engaging action, it is sure to keep you entertained and anxiously waiting for the next episode. Great job, you guys. I'm proud of you." Well, thanks, Edward Smurfington. We're proud of the show, too. We like to feature great resources and creators out there, and this week we're talking about Printable Heroes. Printable Heroes has a ton of minis in various races and classes, and monsters in all shapes and sizes available for you to print, cut, and use for your campaigns. It saves money, looks amazing, and saves a lot of time painting something you're just going to use for one night. The art is so good, you guys, and they have a Patreon and several tiers that allows you to access various designs. Even the first tier gets you most of the minis on the site. Weston is a big fan, and I've seen his collection, and he's crazy. He has so many that he's made. That's Printable Heroes. Check them out. You can follow me at ScribbleMonkey on Twitter. I'm an illustrator and cartoonist and do all of the art for the show. And reach out to me if you have any questions or want to talk Dungeon Master stuff or D&D art stuff. Weston's new Patreon, Make My Anthem, is up, and we've featured some music from the site in the show. It's something that you can use in your D&D home campaigns and in your actual play podcasts. That's Make My Anthem. You can visit our Instagram and our Twitter, both at Rolled Table, for original art for the characters done by yours truly, how-to tips, photos of the cast, and so on. And we love reaching out and talking with the community. Use the hashtag Rolled Table to help us get the word out about the show. If you have any feedback or questions or want to put an ad on the show, contact us at knightsoftherolledtable@gmail.com. We know we're not the only D&D actual play podcast out there, so we really honestly thank you so much for listening and giving us a chance. Thank you guys. That's all of our announcements. Now go out and make life an adventure.
Back at the shop before we go to the B&B. I would like to purchase some of those if they have any other health potions. Or...
well, I mean, those were 2 out of the 3, so I can give you 1.
That'd be fantastic.
I have 1. Oh, actually, well, maybe I have another one in the back. 1 second. He kind of walks to the back. This is Joseph.
think is what you called him, right?
Coach is visibly like bleeding and like bloodied. He's not doing very well.
So Joseph comes back and he says, well, I don't have any potions, but I have been making something a little bit new because, you see, people have potions and they don't like the glass clinking around. They find it gives away their position, I guess. And it also takes up a little bit more room. So I've been trying to make a way to infuse the healing abilities into a new material. So, well, I'll give you this as a prototype if you let me know how it does in the field. How's that sound, young man? And he hands you this spool of ribbon.
Am I supposed to eat this?
No, don't eat it. No, it's not ingestible. What you do is you wrap it around yourself like a shiny ribbon. It's this red kind of ribbon about an inch thick. You wrap it around the area that you need healing and leave it on for about 15 minutes to an hour, depending on how much healing you need.
Sure. I was kind of looking for more something that would help me right now.
Oh, well, you can take it right now if you like.
All right, let's wrap it around my head here.
Okay, so he wraps
Remara,
this.
can you grab like the back? Can you make sure it's even?
He kind of wraps this red, shiny kind of like a 80s dancer ribbon around your forehead a few times, and it kind of tassels in the back, and you instantly feel this kind of refreshment, like a cucumber eye mask.
Oh, that feels nice.
And you get this kind of, your sinuses clear, and you get very refreshed, and you have the effects of a potion of greater healing.
Whoa.
It's 4d4 plus 4.
Did that use all of the ribbon?
And it relieves the bags.
It's kind of like all of the ribbon is kind of infused with this ability.
How much of this do I have?
So you have about 3 feet of it, so you have 3 uses of it. So this is the first use.
Healing ribbon.
Man, it really makes your pores look small too.
Coach's skin starts to glow a little bit.
Oh,
So you have
that's
2 more
good.
uses of this. Because you affiliated with the member of the Crystal Council, Jabin here, of course I'll let you use it just to bring back some notes in the field.
All right. Yeah, I'm really good at writing stuff down, so don't even worry about that.
Maybe your girlfriend here can start writing.
I don't do that stuff.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm not his girlfriend either. I heard you say that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Well,
Is it getting hot in here?
do your
or
best.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
All right.
Now I look like a ninja turtle. Let's go.
Ninja turtle. Oh no.
Not
All right, so you guys head outside. We'll say that you make your way to the bed and belligerents, and you drop Jabin off and tell him to stay and be safe and lie low, and give him a disguise kit if they have one, which there's probably something nearby in a shop. And
he's an actor, so he'd be like.
And he's an
really good
actor,
at
so
that.
yeah, we'll say he actually has a disguise kit on him. He's not an adventurer, but he does have his background as an actor, so he does know how to use some stage makeup and mustachios.
He's all excited because he gets to like improvise a new character.
Yeah. Oh, this will be great. I get to practice an accent I've been working on. It's a working man accent. I'll be a new person. I'm not known as Jabin. I'm going to be Bruce. That's me, Bruce the dwarf. Yep.
Well, you are good at this.
Well, listen. Tell my husband if you see him, when you see him, that I love him very much, and please try to stay safe.
Don't worry. I'll tell him every word.
All right.
That I love him very much.
That's not quite what I mean, but all right. I'll make myself scarce. And he kind of goes to the front desk of the bed and breakfast, and you guys head out. So you're in front of the bed and breakfast place. You guys are heading towards the bed and belligerents. Youth, Jerik and Saeleas and Sarsa are heading towards platform 3. You guys don't know where they are. What would you like to do?
So, Remara, so we just wait here, or I really don't want to go back to the palace. It seems like a really bad idea.
Look, at this point,
You're kind of sending me mixed signals here. I'm not quite sure what to. Do you want to go? Do you not want to go?
you know what? We need to get out of here.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I mean, we go back. I mean, I've seen you in a fight, and you can handle yourself, clearly. But there were like 40 of those constructs. And I mean, we had trouble taking out one of them.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like we need to get out of town and regroup.
How are we going to contact them, though?
I'll see what I can do.
Wouldn't
Just
it make
hold on.
sense for us, though, because we had some gold and things left at the inn, correct, in our rooms?
Some gold, yeah.
So wouldn't
some
we
of
go...
us had gold.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have pissed off your friends. Good
Yeah.
advice
You
for
wanna
you when
head
you're
back
dealing
to
with
the
me in
inn
the
and get
future,
some
eh, there,
gold?
Jared?
I do think we'd go back towards the end.
Yeah, wouldn't we go
We
towards
should
the
go
inn?
back to the inn. Perhaps
Because I
Chapin
think,
has
too,
come
if
back.
we think that if they're okay, that's probably where they'd go meet us, right?
I mean,
I'm getting a sense that they might be at the inn.
All right. I suppose we could go back there, or maybe
Okay.
we'll wait outside.
all right. So, Coach and Remara, you reach the inn a little bit before the other three do, and you gather some things, Coach, if you need to. Saeleas, Jerik, and Sarsa head back towards the inn. So before we move on, we'll kind of address the doppelganger that was with you, who was in the form of Kishara, and as you walked back to the inn, kind of took a form of one of the people that they saw along the way, a random human man that was walking along, and a couple seconds later, it turned from Kishara to just this random human, and it was like, I'm not. Don't think I'm going to come with you. I think I will stay here and try to remain unseen, and I'll find my way back.
You sure you're okay? You can get home safe.
Yes, I can, and I'm pretty good at using my resources. I can become someone that drives things or rides on things. I'm used to that sort of thing.
Say
All right.
say hello to your family for us, and good luck.
Sarsa's gonna place a hand on his shoulder and give him guidance. Just, for
Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for releasing me. I won't forget it.
Alright.
Take care of
He
yourself.
kind of
If you get home, tell them we're sorry for what was done to you. Weren't fair.
He nods and kind of walks off, and you swear you kind of see him, and he's weaving between people, kind of walking in the night, and then 1 second he is this gentleman, and all of a sudden he kind of just vanishes. and
Batman vanishes.
becomes somebody walks in front, and he's gone. So he's gone.
It's the lady
Okay.
in the red
And then
dress.
someday we'll be at a cafe and we'll look up and he'll be there.
Yep. It'll be Anne Hathaway.
Hey.
And then as Saeleas and Jerik and Sarsa go by, you actually go by the tavern that you had your date with Cole at.
I'm definitely going to try and poke my head in and see if I can see him at all.
Okay, so
anywhere.
you poke your head in, you look towards the booth that you were at the table. He is not there. You head back out kind of reluctantly, but then about 20 feet beyond that, at the end of the building, you feel a hand grab your arm and pull you into the alley.
Who are you? And then she's immediately going to pull out her dagger. Like,
Hold on there, love. It's me.
God, what are you doing here?
I'm laying low. I saw your friend fly over the
yeah,
alleyway.
Liberty's dead.
Oh no.
And I don't know who else, but I know that the Queen is okay, and Nazir is mostly okay, and Cullum, and but Kishara, she was the problem. She's downright evil, mate.
That's bloody witch. Well, I'm supposing I have a target on my head.
I'm afraid you do.
Yes.
You'd probably
Hello.
be wise.
Hey, how are you doing?
Oh, hi. This is Jerik.
Jerik,
He's my
yes, I
friend.
know. Hi.
I heard you were charming. I have the impression your date went better than my date. So
Could you
Yours
give
was
us a
quite
minute?
charming too.
So he kind of steps to the side with you a little bit, and
that's fine. You
and,
guys
and
take
says,
some more private time.
"Listen,
That's fine.
Do you trust your friends here?
With my life
All right. Well, remember what I told you.
about the Bard's College.
Yes,
I-
Swallow. I would suggest you try to go there now, especially with what just happened, with what you just told me. I think you might need an extra assistance on your side.
I
There's-
think we would take all the help we can get at this
Then
point.
try to go there.
But love, what about you? What are you going to do? You can't stay here in the city. It's not safe.
I can take care of myself. And he does a little twisty fingers with his hands, and he takes the form of a young 17-year-old peasant boy.
All right, I could work with this.
And he changes back to what he was before, and he says, make no mistake, I'm going to lay low, but I do have the ability to contact you and let you know how things are going, or if Kishara breaks a word in any way. I'm assuming she's letting you go to try to find something.
Did you say you do have the ability or you don't?
I have the ability to reach out and contact you.
All right, then I'm going to hang on to this here sending stone.
Of course.
All right.
I am a bard, after all. I have a way of making myself heard.
All right, I don't normally hang out very much with bards and the like.
Well, let's be sure to hang out more often. He pulls you in and
Do you
gives
guys
you a
want to
kiss.
order some
A
drinks
kiss?
or whatever?
Oh, hang on, guys! I just got a kiss! I just got a kiss!
Take your time over there.
He pulls you in
Sarsa
for...
kind of like pulls back initially, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, this is happening," and she like dips him down instead.
Oh, all right. Okay.
She's like, "All right, I quite like that. Let's do more of that. When I get back, you just gave me some really great incentive."
Of course. Just be careful. And go to where I told you.
All right, I'll check my notes.
Okay. And he steps back, and his form turns into this 17-year-old, peasant boy. And he says, be careful, young miss. And he kind of scampers away.
All right, well, the voice kind of ruined that one for me. And then she's gonna go back, and she's just like grinning ear to ear.
Do you have a good time over there? Do you need a little bit more time? Because we got like 5 days to till all these people get killed.
Ah, Jerik, you're such a spy-spard.
Whatever, let's go.
Listen, you don't get to judge me when you're going over there and getting charmed by pretty women who are trying to destroy the entire frickin' city.
Yeah, well, we all have our weaknesses.
So you make your way back to the inn, and at that point, you see in the lobby Remara.
Remara!
Hey,
Oh,
yeah.
Hello!
Yeah. Hi. Yeah, it's me again. Ramara.
But we remember, thank you. Do you think we can need a little bit of help? Can
Yeah.
you help
It's
us
been like
out?
5
Yes,
hours.
I actually
Have you seen Coach?
I've saved Coach already. I'm here to save
Have
you
you seen
guys.
my
Let's all
husband?
get.
He's another dwarf.
Yes,
His
he's
name's
safe.
Jamin.
He's safe. He's stowed away. Don't worry.
I apologize that I have no hair.
Coach comes down from the second floor.
Sorry, I had to poop.
Yes, let's.
Very important, not very many characters. We don't acknowledge that these
sometimes
fantasy
you gotta
characters need
stress
the
poop a little
restroom.
bit.
Well, with the hydration and the meat pies, it only makes sense.
Actually, way less. For the trip.
Coach!
Oh,
Where's
Coach.
Jabin?
Coach. Weston, I need you to roll a d6.
Roll a d6.
Is this about the poop?
6.
You've gained 6
was-
pounds in the last 2 days.
And how much of it? And then he rolls a d4 to see how much he lost from the poop.
No, I'm not gonna roll. I'm not gonna roll for poop.
Roll
But
for
yeah, you
bowel
lost a little bit of
movement.
weight after that, but you're still a little bit over. You still notice like you gained. Oh, I gained a little bit of weight.
Yeah, there's a scale in there. I really wasn't pooping. I was just I think I need to lay off the meat pies, guys.
I wasn't going
Coach!
to say nothing, but
Coach! Where is my husband?
Could you say that a little bit louder? He's safe, Saeleas. We took care of it.
Thank you. I feel like that should have been the first thing that you said when you saw
Sailor,
me.
shut up.
How is it everything that you say is so loud?
all right, you
Well,
lot.
I'm a
So
librarian.
we
What
don't have
happened
much
there?
time. I
How
can't
did you
sit
guys
here.
escape?
We need to grab whatever we need from here, and we have a ship and 5 days before Kishara starts killing people.
Remara kind of rolls her eyes a little bit and kind of concentrates for a second, and all of a sudden you're hearing each other talk in each other's heads.
Get out.
Oh, this again.
This is. I don't know that I like this.
So, Coach, Jabin is safe.
He's safe.
He's alive.
Yeah, barely.
Thank you.
I mean, he's fine now.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Yes.
You'll let him die.
Thank you, Coach.
Oh, also,
Thank you
Saeleas-
so much, Coach.
If you help from Mara, thank you so much as well.
Whatever.
Saeleas,
Yes.
I love you.
Was there more, Remara?
It just got super awkward in
Just
here. What?
let's move.
Yeah,
let's move.
let's go.
From Jabin. Oh,
Yeah, he told me to tell you that I love you.
Oh, okay.
This
All
makes
right, that's
more
better.
sense.
It's
Listen,
way more
you're not-
intense when we're in each other's
Can't
head.
sit here bickering all day.
All right, well, listen. All right, so Kishara, she wants the last curio. She took the bracelet, and you've still got the mace, right?
I'm not going to show you if I have the mace or not.
Okay, good job.
But we're all in his
I'm
head,
just assuming
so-
Coach still has the mace.
Jerik is fine, Coach.
It's just sticking out. It's just on your back.
It's literally completely visible.
Anyway, Coach has the mace. So listen, she wants us to get the third curio, and she gave us 5 days in her ship before at least she promised not to kill people while we were gone.
Now, I don't rightly know where that final curio would be, but Cole said that he's got a friend at the Bard's College that might be able to help us, and he strongly advised that that's where we should go next.
We're just going to go bring it to her?
No, but maybe we can get some help, or I was thinking maybe this person can help us, or maybe even...
Great, let's go. Let's
And you
go.
also know from your previous conversation from talking to Remara on the way back from the Zeppelbrum Caves, when she was telling you the story about the Gus Thorak battle where Massimo Lionheart fell, that Gus Thorak was wearing a gem in a spiral shape, and you kind of thought that may have been the spiralite, just from the description, because you saw it, Remara.
I did. Yeah. It was in a spiral shape.
So we should find this Gus Thorak mind flayer person and get the spiralite.
All right, listen, grab your stuff and any gold that Chaser didn't steal, and let's get to that ship, all right? Now.
I have all mine.
So you make your way to platform 3, and what you see is a sleek, long, thin, dark green pointed skiff. It has triangle sails that are white and cream colored, and then 4 armored battlements. This is a battle skiff. And
I'm gonna sail that.
it is 5 times better than the ship that you had before. A little bit
Crescent
bigger.
Squall
The Crescent Squall too.
This is the Crescent Squall. 3.
I'm gonna name it the Lizard Smasher.
I think it already has a name. It's like written right there.
Yeah, it does already have a name. It is called
Joseph.
the Python. It's also called Joseph. Oddly enough.
Joseph the Lizard Smasher.
It is called the Wyvern.
Oh, just add the word smasher after it.
We just like etch it in.
Where's that half-orc?
And as you say that, the half-orc walks out. He's like,
Starts painting.
working late, are you? And he goes, what are we changing the name to this one?
Wyvern Smasher.
Oh, and he goes, and he just starts painting the word smasher in
This
a
is very
beautiful,
satisfying.
in a beautiful brush script. And
penmanship is
at the
quite
end,
excellent.
the word smasher, and at the last R, he puts a little like embellishment in there with a few little, tapered strokes at the end.
My eyes are
Golden.
rolling in my head so hard.
So you get on the new
Listen,
ship.
it's bad luck to have a ship that you ain't named yourself. Do you want to bring Doom?
That guy has real talent.
I don't believe in that stuff.
So it is close to 11 p.m. Y'all have not had a long rest.
Nope.
You're heading out right now to, where would you like to go?
I'd like to propose that we go to the Bard's College. Does anyone have any objections or anywhere else that they would like to go? You speak now or you forever hold your peace.
How far away is it?
That's a great question.
Well, you don't have your navigator anymore.
We killed the navigator.
No, that was Chaser.
Did you kill?
We
did
killed the
Chaser?
navigator. No, just-
But I mean, you have.
Well, she got directions about it, right?
yeah,
do we have
didn't I?
any
And I
indication?
Well, you
forgot-
have a map, so
Okay.
you can look at the map, and I'll say make an intelligence check.
Me?
Yeah,
Oh,
as the
God.
captain.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
The N means down, right?
Yeah, that's a 5, so it's a 6.
Okay. based on how far the forest took to get there and where the Bard's College is, and kind of doing a little bit of triangle math without numbers in your head, and it's been late and you've had a couple drinks, you're like, I don't know, maybe a couple hours. It sure is pretty tonight.
It's just be a wee moment.
If it's only a few hours away, that seems... I was worried it would be a few days. We only have 5 days.
You know, we'd be there by now if we hadn't stopped to repaint the name of the boat.
Okay,
Let's
I
go.
don't even know where he came from.
There's like that he was gone.
We're gonna use
So
him to
you
defeat-
make your way in the boat, you put all your stuff in. Sarsa gets herself familiar with the controls, and within a couple minutes, you lift up, floating, and you head off towards, hopefully, the Bard's College. So several hours go by. What seems like on the map should probably take about 5 hours takes about 7, and you towards the dawn of the morning, like right at dawn, you see the glimmering shores of Pyron Bay, and you start seeing the peninsula. And at the edge of the peninsula is the Bard College of Moonswallow. Now, during the flight, if anybody wanted to catch a couple of Z's, you could. I'm assuming that Sarsa stayed up the whole time and drove, unless you guys wanted to take shifts.
Coach definitely falls asleep within the first probably like 20
All right,
minutes.
Coach falls asleep.
Sarsa's
I'd
like
offer to take a shift.
Sarsa's being like stubborn, but probably should sleep. So I don't know if Jerik wants to try and persuade her.
Sarsa, if you need to sleep, I can hold on to that wheel and point it this direction, probably without screwing anything up for like a couple
You
hours.
say that, but you heard he screwed up enough.
Sarsa, you should probably sleep for a little bit.
All right, fine, but just in this direction. You don't try to steer any other way or
If
nothing.
I hit anything, I'm pretty sure you'd wake up. So
Saeleas
We'll be
only
good.
needs 4 hours, I think,
All right,
because he has trance.
fine.
Or
He's not full elf. He's half elf.
half elves can't do that.
Is this a
Never
short
mind.
or a long rest?
It's a short rest.
hers would be short.
For those of us who sleep the full 7 hours, is it a long?
We'll make it 8 hours of travel, and you can get a full rest.
I need to get some spell slots back.
I don't know how to steer a ship, so I'll just sleep.
Okay.
I don't want to talk to
Remara will
these
sleep
schmucks,
as
so,
well.
you know.
She'll find a quiet corner. There are actually like dark cherry wood bunks underneath, and there's several private cots and a lot of very fine leather trim and a lot of dark green and dark red interior on the inside. There's a couple of bottles of whiskey and wine in the
Sarsa
stores.
might have a little nip right before taking her little nap.
All right.
Nap.
So you guys, make your way. You kind of drive a little slower because you're exhausted from the day, but you get there right about dawn, and you dock on this landing area in front of Moonswallow.
Jerik, have you ever had elf whiskey?
Hold on, I'm gonna do a thing. So while Jerik's just on the deck and everybody's sleeping, he's just kind of muttering to himself like, anybody could get charmed. Like, you don't see it coming. Creme brulee is not an easy thing to make. Nobody wanted to make it.
Oh, it's like when you get in a fight with your spouse, but you don't want to actually continue the fight, and you just go off and mutter by yourself. Okay.
All right. So you guys land in this kind of courtyard area, this flat stretch of land in front of Moonswallow, and you see the campus itself is on the tip of this peninsula that goes out into Pyron Bay, which you see on the map, and it's comprised of about 5 towers, at least about 100 feet tall. The construction is kind of a white alabaster stone, a lot of it's kind of built-in rock, but the structure is built on top of that. Each tower is kind of connected by these walls, and they're probably like larger tower rooms that are in between. What do you say, Sarsa, to let them know that you're arriving?
All right, mates, we're here.
So you see, as you're kind of coming in and you're floating down, you see this giant amphitheater in between all of the towers and the walls that surround it, and there's a little stage in the middle, because of course there is. It's a Bard College.
There is.
So you float down, and then as you land and you're disembarking the ship, the main doors open to the college, and out walks a bird. It is a very brightly colored red feathered plumage with some green and blue around her arms. She's kind of draped in these kind of white scarves that are flowing behind her. And she walks up to you. Hello, darlings. You must be the peoples that Cole has told me those what's coming. Oh. Are you? I'm guessing you are.
If everybody here is like this, we are leaving.
Jerik, try and be nice.
Fine.
Yes, we're friends
to
of
me,
Cole's.
darlings.
Oh, dear.
Oh, okay.
Hello, my name is Vakia Nizakla,
What did she just
Well, you're
say?
going to have to
Vakia
spell that out
Nizakla.
for me, love.
but you may just call me Vakia.
Hello, Vakia.
Overly elaborate bow as usual.
Hey, Vakia.
Oh, yes. Now, do you in fact know the Cole Flintspired, my dean of students?
Sarsa knows him very well.
Do you know him? Oh, good. Very nice. Well, he told me you were coming, and I believe I have someone for you to meet. But would you like any refreshments? We have a fruit buffet.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Fruits are very good for you.
Okay, well, let's go to the mess hall, and then I will show you where the person... We also have beds and places to sleep if you need to rest, because I imagine it's been a long trip
Very
for you.
kind, Vakia, but I'm afraid that we are on a bit of a time crunch, so...
All right, well, if you need to rest, I have beds. We have a couple of bunks and places for you to sleep. Oh, hello, you are a Genasi. I haven't seen one of you.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Beautiful. I love your hair and your face. It's so blue. It's so wonderful. Saeleas, Jerik, and Sarsa, I need you to make a wisdom check.
Oh, here we go.
Straight up, please.
Here we go. Oh, that's a nat 20
Oh.
plus
I got a
4.
nat 8.
That's going to be 24.
24.
7.
Straight up 8.
So you two have never heard of or seen this person before. Sarsa, you've actually heard of Vakia Nizakla, and you, in your journeys, have actually heard of this macaw parrot Aarakocra that is a very accomplished singer. It's been a while, and you kind of heard of this younger Aarakocra that was a famous entertainer that went around, and you haven't really heard about her much since, but there's kind of, bar stories and things like that. Like she's somebody that you've probably heard of, but you never actually seen her.
So the pirate
Vakia,
instead of the parrot.
I think I heard of you before. I remember some of the boys in PodBean sing some shanties of some of your songs.
Well, just they are my songs that get around, and I had a couple of, ditties that have become quite popular with the boys around the coastline. But let me show you to the mess hall, and she shows you this buffet of fruits and melons and pineapples and a couple of tropical fruits.
Delicious.
You mentioned that there might be some beverages or refreshments of the sort.
Well, this is a college, so of course there are probably some that are around, but not in the mess hall. We don't serve that, but
14
if you
of those.
come back to my office, maybe there might be a little private stash. Sometimes the president, she has to drink a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It's getting very stressful when there is finals week, but...
I can only imagine.
Jess, so do you know who you're looking for?
Cole said that they would find us.
Oh, I'd seriously doubt that. It's probably something I would introduce you to him. So if you have had your fill of fruit, I will take you to him.
Do you
Jess?
have like a to-go plate? Or...
We don't do that. Everything stays in the hall. It's a sort of a freshman orientation sort of thing. You eat as much as you want, but you're in a card system.
What if I don't have a card?
Well, it's okay. You're on my dime.
gold.
You can take as much fruit as you can hold, Mr. Dwarf.
Oh, I
What do I
accept
call you?
that challenge.
What do I call you?
You can call me Coach.
Oh, hello, Coach. She kind of runs her feathers through your hair.
Ooh,
That's a weird sentence.
that is nice.
You are very nice and very short.
I've been called worse.
All right, well, let's go. Come on. And she kind of walks, and her tail's long and red, and it kind of drags on the
I
ground.
hope this doesn't awaken anything in me.
And So you walk into a room in the second tower on the right side, kind of inland, which looks like a black box theater. There is mostly nothing on the walls, with some wooden boxes, handles on the side to sit or stack, and a few chairs up against the wall. There are some scenery pieces leaned up against the back wall, and there's a few students in the room. It's around like 9 o'clock at this point. You came in about dawn, but after eating and stuff and kind of getting settled a little bit, a few hours have gone by. So you assume this is kind of like morning class of some kind, and it's a theater class, it seems like. So you walk in to a scene that is in progress. So you see this one person who has a kind of a heavy helmet on, and they're holding a kind of a mace, but it's made out of like, what looks like maybe kind of a light wood, like a balsa wood or something like that. It's clearly not a real mace, but because it's swinging around a little bit too easily, and you kind of hear this kind of, so you hear this person, and they're also against somebody else, and they have several paper mache kind of heads on top, and they're all painted green, and their body is draped in these kind of black and green kind of scrapped cloaks, and there's several heads that are adorned to this other person who looks like maybe an elf, maybe human, can't really tell. And the snake kind of multi-headed person says, "You shall not succeed. I am too powerful." And then the little dwarf actor says, "I am the protector of the realm, Neshortas. I am Tanamir Gruffbrick, paladin of Moradrin, and my allies and I will defeat you and drive out your kind into the... Drive out your kind into the... Oh yeah,
Paladins
drive
are
out your
so
kind into the
lame.
nether realm. Ha ha!
Oh, really, Jerik?
A dream of weakness. I am larger than you." And you see the multi-headed snake actress get bigger. Kind of some sort of an illusion. It seems very similar to your trick where you got bigger, Sarsa. And she says, now bigger, she says, but she sounds the same. "Now I will destroy you." The dwarf fighter looks back to another warrior and says, "Ebony, get the bracelet. Use your bardic abilities." And you see this little albino halfling poof away, kind of teleport from where she is to right on top of the snake actress. That this image is big, and takes a very bright yellow painted bracelet and poofs away and kind of goes back. But before she poofs away, the snake actress takes out a fake knife and pretends to stab her with it. And she goes, "Ah, my abdomen!" and just poofs away. And then she falls back and says, "I'm sorry, Tanamir, I was stabbed." "No, Ebony, I'll get you for that. My friend, I will avenge you." And then...
Is that what we sound like?
I don't think it's us.
And Neshortas says, "Ha ha, you are weak. No matter. You have the bracelet. You will have to defeat my pitmaster before facing me." And that's when you see this large, beefy male with some ropes tied around his arms. And at the end of the ropes, there are little eyes attached and little red strings, which you think are meant to be like snakes. And he's got a bit of a necklace on and some face paint. And you walk out.
"I am the pitmaster, and I will destroy you with all of the might of the Yuan-Ti behind me."
Oh no, get him!
You will not defeat me, because I am Tanamir Gruffbrick. Stand clear, pitmaster.
"Oh, take this, snake attack."
Cut! Oh my gosh!
Very good. Yes.
Please, no.
Listen, Bart, listen, you gotta be a little bit more imposing. You are a pitmaster of the Yuan-Ti.
I'm sorry.
Bart, come on, we cast you because we thought you would be imposing.
Okay, I'll be more imposing.
Owen, how was my delivery? It was pretty good. I think you were great. You were great, okay? But just, Bart, can we... Listen, everybody take 5. Let's come back and try it again. All right? Vakia
walks over towards Bart. This large man, and says, "Hello, Bart, darling. We have some visitors to the college, and they would like to talk to you."
Okay, is it about my acting? Because I'm
No,
working on it.
no, darling. It's not about your acting. It's
Okay.
fine. I know this is just an elective for you. But these are a few people that can introduce themselves.
Hello.
Now, before they do, you recognize him immediately, Remara, beneath the makeup, beneath the snakes on his arm.
Ooh,
You see this large,
Dreamweaver.
gray-skinned Goliath of a man before you.
No.
I knew I would find you.
What?
And the rest of you also recognize him from the statue that was in the town of Emberbrook. And you recognize this person as Massimo Lionheart.
Dun, dun, dun.
Who?